So there was a need for long haul, point-to-point wireless telegraphy, and United Wireless Company did that very well. Both Marconi and United Wireless Company worked very well up until the start of World War I, and then all communications ceased. The U.S. Navy took over all of the U.S. transmitters, and here they took over the Marconi sites, they took over the German Telefunken sites all up and down the East Coast, and they ran those, the Navy ran those for the duration of World War I. At the end of World War I, these companies kind of saw the handwriting on the wall. That they weren't local companies. A lot of them were foreign owned and foreign controlled. So after the World War I, the Navy didn't want to run these transmitter sites anymore. The government desperately needed these transmitter sites to be up and operating. So they formed one company to do that. And that company was the Radio Corporation of America, or RCA. And RCA then was literally given all of the transmitter sites in the country, all of the control of patents for the equipment, and RCA overnight became the dominant company that they were for the next 40, 50 years. So again, invite people to look here as much as they want. Still on the third floor, leaving the Marconi area. On this wall is actually some of the rarest equipment that we have, and deserved of a much better display, which we'll take care of at the new museum. But here's original DeForest equipment, detector with 2 spherical Audion. Here's 2 more DeForest detectors with a tubular Audion. This one took a spherical Audion. Several very early crystal detectors. Again, some Mignon and other well-known equipment. Here's a Japanese-American radio company. Very interesting. JRC, of course, is still in business. So this is a very, very early piece. Interesting enough, a cooperation of Japanese and American manufacturing world before. It's about just after World War I. Loose couplers and some early amateur gear on top, Hartley oscillators and what have you. Early receiver, more receivers. This is French, and another French radio telephone transmitter. Hello, can you hear me now? With the common of the era tubes sticking right out the front panel. I think that pretty much covers the third floor. There are, of course, some vacuum tubes hanging from the ceiling. You might point out on your way down. The headphone collection, of course, on your left as you're going down. And just as you're leading people down the stairs, be sure to encourage people to, walk slowly, take it easy, use the handrail. Nobody's in a hurry, and be careful. Okay, let's go on downstairs. Down here, as far as artifacts, we had the first camera that was used at WHIM Television Channel 5 in Rochester, New York, about 1949. This is the control unit for the camera. So you had the camera, and then you had an engineer, a video engineer, sitting here, writing the game, watching the picture, and watching the video pattern. So these two items went together. And this is a lens that would normally go right in here, but because of the weight and what have you, we don't put that on. But this is an original lens for this camera. And then finally, here as you enter is a collection of keys, both telegraph keys, spark keys, and there's some very rare and very unusual telegraph keys, including something called a Valiant here, which is a double, makes automatic dots and dashes. Right down at the bottom here, it's a vertical button. All of the mechanisms, instead of being on the side like they are in most bugs, it's been tipped up vertical. And originally they thought that that was to reduce space on your desk. Didn't take up much footprint. And as you enter for the day, we'll take the sign out and put it right out at the road, and really crowd the road. And just put it right out there. Don't hesitate, so that people see it. Okay, thank you.